Welcome, dear ones. I am Fedrajani, and you are listening to Inner Light, a podcast dedicated to kindle a light of meaning into your life. On today's episode, we will be talking about a concept which I am particularly interested in, which is the archetype of the divine child. It is an archetype that was first introduced by the Swiss psychoanalyst Carl Jung saw the divine child as one of the fundamental archetypes of the collective unconscious, a primordial image present across cultures and myths from the West to the East. The divine child is a manifestation of the archetype of the self. It is the symbolic representation of the future, the possibility of what is to become, writes Jung. The child figure often appears as a miraculous birth, divine savior, healer, or hero, like Jesus Christ, Moses, Dionysus, or Krishna. The divine child archetype represents potential and future. It symbolizes what is still to be born in the psyche, a new life. Carl Jung links the emergence of the divine child image with individuation. The appearance of the child can mark the start of a transformative inner process. He called the child image a symbol which unites the opposites and therefore capable of the numerous transformations. The divine child symbolizes the emergence of a new light, a renewal, transformation and wholeness of the individual. The seed of potential within the psyche that leads towards individuation and spiritual enlightenment. The divine child is an archetype, and like all archetypes, has both a positive and negative side. It is simultaneously the source of life and meaning, and at the same time, if unconsciously inflated or projected, it can become a source of pathology, becoming the puer aeternus, or eternal youth. The puer aeternus is the man-child, another archetype who refuses to grow up, to take responsibility and face life's challenges. He expects other people, typically his parents, to solve all his problems. He tries to go as high as possible away from reality, ending up like Peter Pan. The puer aeternus nowadays is also known as the Peter Pan syndrome. And actually, this has become an increasingly common problem in our modern age. In this sense, those who find themselves unable to commit to work, to form satisfactory relationships, to commit to the discipline of education, to carry the weight of responsibility, or who feel that their life has become meaningless in a sense or in another, will find the integration of the archetype of puer aeternus really invaluable in their life. It can bring the energy, beauty, and creativity of childhood into adult life, or bring self-realization and doom to us, both unrealistic child fantasies and experiencing life as darkness instead of enlightenment. I want to close today's episode, as always, with a beautiful quote by Carl about the archetype of the divine child. The child is potential future. The child motif represents the precocious childhood aspect of the collective psyche. It anticipates the future development of the personality. As bringers of light, that is, enlargers of consciousness, they overcome darkness, which is to say that they overcome the earlier unconscious state. Thank you very much for listening to today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, dear ones. You can listen to the episode for now on YouTube and Spotify. I am fedrajani. Stay connected until the next episode.